What are three Kubernetes emerging tools that you are keeping an eye on?
I really like Cilium and Isovalent. So one of the tools I'm keeping an eye on, or still keep an eye on, is Tetragon, because it still feels a bit newish and there are new features rolling in, and security just gets more and more important the deeper we dive into cloud and cloud native. So that's one for sure. Another one would be Timony, which is a new way to define, distribute, and deploy applications to Kubernetes. It's written by Stefan Prodan, who is also heavily involved with Flux, and it's based on Qlang. So you could for once get rid of YAML in your whole cloud native ways. And the third one, so let's give me a second. Yeah, I would say Talos, which is like a Kubernetes Linux distribution. It's incredibly small and secure by design, and I use it myself. It's great for small on-prem deployments, and yeah, you should check it out.
One of our guests, Matthias, suggests that the best way to learn Kubernetes is by doing and getting your hands dirty. Then he went on and built his own bare metal Kubernetes cluster in his spare time. What's your strategy to learn new Kubernetes tools and features?
I'm also building a home lab with a bare metal Kubernetes cluster. It's just a good way to touch all the things about Kubernetes, all the things to care about, to think about, just at a smaller scale. So it is bare metal. I need to care about networking, which CNI am I going to use? I'm using Cilium. Which distribution am I going to install? Kubernetes and operating system wise. How am I going to secure all of that? How do I get persistent storage on-prem in my home lab? And I think that's just a great way, because you get all those nitty-gritty edge cases, because I'm running on rather new ARM hardware, so I'm having some difficulties with ARM as an architecture here and there, and it just gives you the opportunity to really think about how you're going to put things, how to build things up from the ground, look at the tooling available, and maybe even contribute back to it upstream. Yeah.
One of our guests, Ghazal, advocated adopting BottleRocket OS in EKS due to its security benefits and performance improvements over traditional host OS options. What's your advice regarding Kubernetes operating systems and managing nodes?
So my background is mostly on-prem Kubernetes installations, so I don't know all too well about the available cloud distributions and so on, but once again, what I really liked recently is Talos. It makes it very easy. It shuts down a whole range of security issues that might arise down your Kubernetes road otherwise, because you only have 12 binaries on there, I think. You manage it all with an API and a CLI tool which talks to this API, and it just locks your whole cluster down and makes it very secure to begin with. Otherwise, if you for some reason, for example, need to run some enterprise Linux distribution on-prem or stuff like that, I would always go for like one central managing data plane, like for example something like Rancher, because it just gives a good insight on both what Kubernetes distributions and versions are you running, and which operating systems and versions are you running as well. And the most important thing is just to keep an overview, right? And this will enable you to catch up with security updates, make the right choices, and maybe thin down your whole setup over time, make it more and more secure as you go.
Kubernetes is turning 10 years old this year. What should we expect in the next 10 years to come?
So once again, I'm just in the business for around about 2 years, so I can't go 10 years back, but I think we're already seeing a still ongoing commoditization of Kubernetes and the cloud. So I think this will go on, right? So at last year's KubeCons, IDPs were a big deal, internal developer platforms, and I think we will see this rise as we go on. So people just want to consume Kubernetes. They don't want to maintain, manage, and build up Kubernetes from the ground every time they have to deal with it. So I think this will be a really big deal. And yeah, as we saw in the keynotes earlier today, AI and ML is here to stay. We're living in the age of AI, and Kubernetes can be the catalyst for better and faster training of LLMs, for example. So I think this will be a huge catch going forward as well.
What's next for you?
Likewise, I just switched into my first DevRel position. I'm a platform advocate now, so I'm still figuring things out here and there, trying to talk to many people in the space, thought leaders, people who are managing DevRel, just to hit the ground running more and more as I go, yeah.